Guys, I'm going to take this really nice Honda Elite out for just a quick spin. I'm not going to go too far. The quality of this thing is just so much better than the genuine Buddy. It is kind of incredible. So smooth. Man, what a sweet little thing. I'm just going to do like a quick ride on it. It's still full. Like, I barely have ridden this thing. Another interesting thing about this compared to the Buddy 125 is that you have a lot more leg space to put your legs, and it's very flat. So this is like a much more sophisticated bike. I do wish that it was taller, but I think if you're a tall rider, you'll stick with the SH150, because that seems like it's a full-size scooter. This one feels like it's a mini bike. It's a little bouncy in the rear, and I wonder, this actually feels better than my last Elite 110, and I think it's all the tires, but suspension, I don't know, it's pretty decent, but I haven't hit any major bumps or anything. If I didn't have my SH150, this bike would have been the one to keep. But with the 150, you know, it kind of does everything, but it just doesn't feel like a scooter. It definitely feels like the transitional scooter for a motorcycle rider, because a motorcycle rider wants a kind of a very familiar handling characteristics, and the big wheels give you that type of handling. You know, it's like 16-inch wheels. It's the same that are on the early gen Ninja 250, which is really incredible. Oh, salmon. Salmons are bicycle riders that ride against traffic. You know, like, if you were thinking about getting a Ruckus or this, of course it's a displacement difference. If you can afford it, if you have a motorcycle license, this is a much better scooter, like by far. Like, there's not even a comparison. H150, it was styled after a lot of the Italian bikes. You know, the Aprilia Scarabeo comes to mind. It's basically these very long-legged bikes with motorcycle wheels, which is great. It is great to have as a workhorse scooter. If you're going to have a scooter to kind of just ride to work every single day, the SH150 is a little bit better just because of the wheel sizes. It does create a lot more stability, and stability is important in a scooter that is slow and you ride in the city. Every city that I've ever been to, the roads are just falling apart. The fuel injection on this is just perfect. Like, you know, a lot of times I admire bikes for their aesthetics. You know, you might think that this bike is ugly, but it is very well designed when it comes to aesthetics. You know, I really appreciate that Honda thought about the ergonomics of the bike. This bike was clearly made for somebody that's shorter than me, so, and it's nice for me to kind of like see the difference, because I don't think a lot of people would buy it based on the difference. Definitely a lot of male guys probably would pick the SH150 because it is so much taller. This thing feels like I'm just sitting down in this very low chair. You know, not a lot of people talk about how cool the indicators are, but look at that. They made an arrow like indicator. Usually they kind of just slap on some sort of square button, but Honda, look at that. Well designed. Even the high beam here looks the same as the engine light on the other side. This mirrors this. Then you have the circular. Very well designed. If anybody is listening to this video, and I know there's a few, like maybe 100 people will watch this. If you have a 80s Honda Elite that you want to sell, or that you really love, and you wouldn't mind me like doing a video of your scooter and comparing it to this, post up in the comments below. I'd be very interested. Of course, I'm in the DC area, so I don't mind traveling to you. So just post up in the comments, and as long as you are within a reasonable distance, I'll probably head out there. You know, I would love to review more motorcycles. So if anybody's watching and you have bikes, you know, I'd love to compare the new Super Tenere to the old one. Just post up in the comments below and we can coordinate a video. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to check out some other bikes. So